This is the EAZZE Series D1, a front projector that supports Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube. It even has Dolby Audio for better sound quality. It has automatic focus and it has sensors in it to detect when someone walks by. And if you look online right now, you'll probably see there's a ton of different projector options, but here's the thing, they can be very expensive. But thanks to my friends over at Aurzen for sponsoring this video, they have a limited time special when this projector gets released for less than $100. On the front of the projector, you're going to find this nice glossy coat to it to give it that premium look. And it has sensors on the front of it for the automatic focusing, keystone, and obstacle detections. On each side, you're going to find a speaker system, which is 8 watts by 2, and there's fans inside of here to keep it cool. On the top of it, you're going to find navigation keys, and the great thing is that you can use this projector even without the remote control. On the bottom, there's a standard screw hole, so you can easily mount it on a tripod or ceiling bracket. It has Wi-Fi built in, a headphone output, AV input, but it requires adapter, as well as 2 USB 2.0s, an HDMI input, and your power connection. It comes with everything you need, including a remote control, cleaning swabs, a dust cover for the projector, power cord, a 2-year warranty, and an HDMI cable. The remote control has a autofocus button, navigation keys, as well as your home keys, volume control, and quick access to Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, and you can open up a web browser as well. The thing about projector is that you can send the image right to a wall directly without having a screen, but I want to use a 100-inch screen that I pulled down from my ceiling, and I got it all lined up, and I set up the projector around 14 feet back. Before I show you all the setup menus and some of the things that you need to know about the projector, let's take a look at the screen quality. Now, I will tell you that this is not the brightest projector on the market, but in a complete dark room, I think is very passable, and you're going to get some really good colors, as you can see right here. The demos that you're watching gives you an idea how good it can look, but keep in mind this is a recording. One thing I will note here, being that it is a 1080p projector, it's going to be native to most content that you watch, and if you do happen to run a 4K signal to it, no worries, because it will allow the image to play on the projector just fine. I did want to point out that the viewing angles on projectors are good as well, so you don't really have a sweet spot. You can sit anywhere that you like. In the setup menu, you can change the language, and as you can see, there's plenty of them in here. Under Bluetooth, you can pair your own speakers or headphones, and it does support Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, which is great to have the best connections. It does use its own operating system, and it does support Netflix, YouTube, as well as Plex, Amazon Video, and a few other apps. In my opinion, if you do have favorite applications, you definitely want to hook up an external device like a Google TV, Apple TV, as well as a Roku to get the best experience. But with the supported applications, you can see what's trending on right now. And there is a live channel feed in here as well. Inside of here, you can see the news, movies, some sporting events, as well as some lifestyle events and a few other different programming. For people who just want to watch movies as a standalone device, I think the built-in applications work just fine. But I want to check out what TV content looks like. Using the Google Chromecast, I was able to pull up YouTube TV and just look at some different sporting events. And I say that overall, it is pretty decent. This projector doesn't have motion controls, but just watching different sporting events, the colors were pretty decent, and it even got better on Disney Plus. As you can see, watching these different scenes, that everything really pops. You can see all the highlights coming out. I'm not gonna say that it has perfect shadow details or anything like that, but when you consider the value that you get for the money, it's definitely worth considering. When it comes to audio, it doesn't support eARC or anything like that, but it does have a headphone output that you can run over to an audio system. In the menu system, you do have different sound effects where you can customize the different profiles to match up with the content that you're watching. With 8 watts by 2, don't have high expectations. This is not a full audio system, but with Dolby Audio, it actually has some decent sound here live, but here's a recorded sound that I want to show you. So in general, I think it's going to have decent sound, but keep in mind a larger audio system or even Bluetooth in a speaker to it is going to give you a much bigger sound. Now, last thing I want to mention is using a screen like the one behind me. When I used a blank wall, it pretty much lined itself up completely automatic using the sensors on the front of the projector. In some cases, you might have to manually adjust everything, and basically you choose a corner And you'll have to line it by using the left and right navigation keys on the remote control until it fits perfectly on the screen that you're using. So if you happen to move the projector, it will automatically correct itself if you have that setting turned on. And if you need to focus it, you can use this button here on the remote control. The next thing I want to show you is gaming on this projector. Now, it doesn't have auto low latency or variable refresh rate, but I think it did a pretty good job. So as you guys know, on this channel, I try to find some items that are great value for you, and I've been using this projector for a few days now. And for less than $100, that's the price of a decent steak meal. You could have a projector that you can bring out anytime you like with the family, or if you have a movie room, you could definitely set it up in there too if you're looking for something a little bit more on the budget side. But for this limited time, for less than $100, you get this projector. I think it's something that you definitely should consider just to have it in your arsenal whenever movie night comes along. If you're interested in learning more, I'll leave links in the description below. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.